Welcome to EcoFund's video on monopoly. In this video, we will discuss what is monopoly and its implication. A firm is a monopoly if it is the sole seller of its product, and if its product does not have any close substitute. It also has market power, the ability to influence the market price of the product itself. In contrast, a competitive firm has no market power. For example, Microsoft has the exclusive right to make and sell copies of the Windows operating system. If a person wants to buy a copy of Windows, they have little choice but to accept Microsoft's price for the product. Microsoft is said to have a monopoly in the market for Windows. So why exactly does monopoly arise? The fundamental cause of monopoly is barriers to entry. A monopoly remains the only seller in its market because other firms cannot enter the market and compete with it. Barriers to entry in turn have three main sources. Monopoly resources. A key resource required for production is owned by a single firm. For example, De Beers Group, an international corporation that specializes in mining and trading of diamonds, owns most of the world's diamond mine. Government regulation. The government gives a single firm the exclusive right to produce some good or service, such as patents and copyright law. The production process. A single firm can produce output at a lower cost than can a larger number of producers. An example of a natural monopoly is the distribution of water. To provide water to residents of a town, a firm must build a network of pipes throughout the town. If two or more firms were to compete in the provision of this service, each firm would have to pay the fixed cost of building a network. As a result, the average total cost of water is lowest if a single firm serves the entire market. How does monopoly make production and pricing decisions? Because a monopoly is a sole producer in its market, its demand curve is the market demand curve. If the monopolist raises the price of its good, consumers buy less of it. Alternatively, if the monopolist reduces the quantity of output it produces and sells, the price of its output increases. Now that we've considered how monopolies make production and pricing decisions, we're ready to examine how such a firm maximizes profit. A monopoly maximizes profit by choosing the quantity at which marginal revenue equals marginal cost. It then uses the demand curve to find the price that will induce consumers to buy that quantity. Similarly, competitive firms also choose the quantity of output at which marginal revenues equal marginal cost. But there is also an important difference between these types of firms. The marginal revenue of a competitive firm equals its price, whereas the marginal revenue of a monopoly is less than its price. That is, for a competitive firm, price would be equal to marginal revenue and equal to marginal cost. For a monopoly firm, price would be larger than marginal revenue and equal to marginal cost. Therefore, profit would equal price minus average total cost multiplied for quantity. In competitive markets, price equals marginal cost. In monopolized markets, price exceeds marginal cost. So far, we've been assuming that the monopoly firm charges the same price to all customers. Yet in many cases, firms sell the same good to different customers for different prices, even though the cost of producing for the two customers are the same. This practice is called price discrimination. In essence, a price discriminating monopolist charges each customer a price closer to his or her willingness to pay than is possible with a single price. Furthermore, price discrimination requires the ability to separate customers according to their willingness to pay, and it can also raise economic welfare. Let's consider a bit more formally how price discrimination affects economic welfare. We begin by assuming that the monopolist can price discriminate perfectly. Perfect price discrimination describes a situation in which the monopolist knows exactly each customer's willingness to pay and can charge each customer a different price. In this case, the monopolist charges each customer exactly his or her willingness to pay. Price discrimination reduces consumer surplus, increases producer surplus, and increases total surplus because there's no deadweight loss. This is all for this video. Thank you for watching.